Hey guys, and welcome to this video on the Libra Midheaven. This video is for you if your midheaven in astrology is in the sign of Libra. I'm Cassandra, the Saffron Sage, helping you use astrology to evolve. And if you want to know more about the midheaven, you don't know what it is, I have another video on that you can check out that tells you all about it. But for this video, we're only focusing on the midheaven in the sign of Libra in astrology. So if you have your midheaven in this sign, the best way to start talking about it is to talk about the opposite energy, which is the bottom of your chart. So we all have a midheaven. This is the top of our chart, but the bottom of your chart, the IC, this is where you came from. And this is where you rise out of up to your midheaven. So it's worth it to start there. People with Libra on the midheaven have Aries on their IC, which means they had a lot of independence as a child. Sometimes people with this placement had to make more decisions or be on their own, fend for themselves in some way in childhood. They could have taken on a lot of responsibility. They could have been very active and involved in sports. They could have had a parent who wanted them to be an athlete or put pressure on them to perform, as Aries is a high achiever. So independence, impulsiveness was the prominent energy you were most affected by as a child. Sometimes this can mean you had a parent who had that energy, but it can also mean that your parents, however they did it, they created an environment where you had to be more independent, more forceful, more direct. Maybe you had a bunch of brothers and sisters, and if you didn't grab, enough food, you didn't get as much, right? This could show up in a variety of ways. So now as you shoot up to the Libra midheaven, one thing to keep in mind is that the energy of your midheaven, you don't always relate to it. It's the energy to work toward for self-mastery, and it's what, if you develop, you could be most likely to be known for. Does that mean you're going to be famous? Not necessarily, because we all have a midheaven. We're not all famous, and we don't even all have a career. But what we are is we are known for something, whether we are known across the country or whether we're known in our family kitchen table for whatever it is that we have to offer. So the person with the Libra midheaven is going to do well when they focus on Libra type energies such as diplomacy, consideration, putting the other person first. Libra is the sign of actually needing partnership, needing to be in a relationship with the other to understand where I fit. So someone with strong Libra energy will ask how the other person feels, and then they will weigh that out, and then they will communicate how they feel after to make sure they don't step on anyone's toes. When we see this on the midheaven, the way that shows up is a little different. You may not naturally have this energy. You may naturally be more Aries oriented towards self, toward if I don't get what I want, I'm not going to be okay. You might actually have a fear of putting others first because you're afraid that if you do that, you won't be safe or you won't have what you want or what you need. So some people with Libra on the midheaven, they're going to relate to being diplomatic and to putting others first and moving toward harmony and beauty, and others will not, but it's okay. Libra on the midheaven can also indicate any field related to art, to beauty, to harmony, because Libra is ruled by Venus, the planet of love, but also the planet of aesthetics, things that are pleasing to the eye, things that are beautiful. So this could be you enjoying beautifying yourself if you are like a makeup artist or if you have a YouTube channel, and you can practice moving toward that Libra energy by beautifying and harmonizing the aesthetics of your environment. But you can also move toward that harmony by creating balance between people. So doing things like being a judge or a mediator or a counselor or a lawyer, where you bring something into balance. You bring justice where there wasn't any. You bring light where there was darkness. And you may find if you have a midheaven in Libra that you naturally, if you see an imbalance, even if it's at like a family gathering, where you see someone is mistreated, there's a part of you that just wants to step in and right that wrong to make that thing okay. So another talent we see from the Libra midheaven is helping the underprivileged, doing any kind of social justice work, any kind of working with victims and helping people who have somehow been at a disadvantage to help them rise up in some way. People with Libra on the midheaven need to consider other people and how they can help them. And does this mean you have to have one of these jobs? Not necessarily. You could do any job you have in a Libra midheaven sort of way. So by beautifying it, by bringing harmony to it, or by considering the other people in the situation. A Libra midheaven person can really make connections with other people and kind of let them help you up to the top. This is actually an alignment for a Libra midheaven person to leverage their social connections and, really kind of use those relationships with other people to help themselves as well. So for Libra midheaven people, it's important to allow other people to support you and really let yourself move up the ladder of success that way. With Libra on the midheaven, this means if we don't have balance in our career, in where we're heading in our career, this can cause more challenges than normal. So someone with Libra on the midheaven may be affected by this because this is a very Libran quality to have. Wherever we have Libra on our chart is where we really need to have balance and harmony, or it affects all the other areas of our life. A Libra person, someone with strong Libra energy, they have to always have harmony, and one little imbalance is going to throw everything else off. So how that shows up for the Libra midheaven is if you do not have balance in your career, if you don't feel like things are flowing harmoniously, this could actually bring a lack of harmony and balance to the other areas of your life. So for Libra midheaven people, balance in their own lives is important as well. Other examples of careers that people with Libra on the midheaven might be most drawn to are things like modeling, the beauty industry, feng shui, interior decorating, anything that is pleasing to the eye. You can also see Libra midheaven people in fields that require diplomacy. So things like the legal field, things like being judges or counselors or mediators, or, people who specialize in conflict resolution. These are other very, very prominent fields for Libra midheaven people. Also, simply being an artist and bringing that aesthetic, that beauty to the world in that way as well. In general, a Libra midheaven person, it needs to be other-oriented. And you'll tend to do better if you are focused on helping other people succeed. Famous people with the Libra midheaven are Oprah Winfrey, Tiffany Haddish, Alan Watts, Princess Diana, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Nelly Furtado. So that's what I have for the Libra midheaven. If you like this video, make sure you comment, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things, show me all the love. Also, guys, join my group, Astrology and Alchemy, to see me go live on the energy every week. And if you want to know more about your midheaven and the type of work you are meant for, you can book a reading with me using the link in the description below. And I will see you all in the next video.